Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy, the channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis, updated commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals, and commodities ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it. If you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com. I dive deeper into all of these sectors and topics, looking for potential investment opportunities. We've got a question and answer session coming up this weekend, Saturday, 7 a.m. Mountain Time, and we still have that special coupon code. Special is the coupon code. If you'd like to join and get a discount. So let's dive in. Let's take a look, see what's going on today. Starting with the DXY. DXY small down day. Still looks good to go higher. I was looking at yields earlier. This is a continuation pattern higher that is broken out. And we've got a small bloody nose is what I call it. So that still looks good to meander its way on higher. Well, this isn't really meandering. This is like Top Gun ejection seat going up. It's it's ripping. This is coming from yields. The monetary tightness that backs the currency is compared against the monetary tightness of other currencies. That's where the currency exchange rate kind of falls out. Now, I can see a little bit. Let me put this here. There's an uptrend line there, and you could say that there's kind of a squeezing going on to some degree here. But we got to see selling pressure up here if that is in fact going to be the case. The 2-year big bullish engulfing. So what does that mean? It means that we're probably going to go higher. Um, so what we see is we see a selling pressure move. They gapped it down in the morning, and there was buying pressure all throughout the day heading higher. And then what you can do is you can kind of put this as a bottoming area, and then we've broken out of that bottoming pattern where we could work our way on higher. The 10-year also putting in a bullish engulfing, where again it's a gap down in the morning and then strength up throughout the day. So higher, higher, and more higher is what I see out of this at this current time. The 30-year is mirroring that exact move, the bullish engulfing today. Now, there are some things, bullish engulfings are generally reversal patterns. Um, so they're very powerful when they end up kind of at the bottom of a big downward move. Sometimes they're not as powerful in the middle of a move when they occur like up here, but nonetheless, it's still a bullish move today, and we ended very strong. UIX TNX ratio, we are down slightly. So no tailwind behind gold with yields going up and this ratio going down. And again, we are staying inverted, which means that the yield curve, at least the 30 and the 10, is down. And it's been down since, I'd say, beginning of 2022. Bond prices down a little bit. Still looks like absolute garbage. Garbage. This could be a potential continuation pattern. Inverted flag pattern is what I'd call it. It's potentially that, and we'll see if that is what transpires. This is your shoulder, head, shoulder, top. We broke through all of this uptrend stuff. We found some support through that line going through there, bounced off of it, created a pattern, and then broke down again. This does not look strong, guys. Looking at the 2 and 10 yield curve, slightly higher today, but again, the momentum is downward. So the yield curve is uninverting, but it's doing it with yields going up, Bear Steepener style. Gold down $17 an ounce, and we are, looks like to me, putting in a consolidation pattern. I can move it over like this. This is your number 1, number 2, and then we'll get a number 3 like that. And then generally, since we entered this from the top or from the bottom side up, it's going to break to the upside. So that's kind of what I see with gold. Silver, we're up 0.6%. Kind of looks like we're squeezing to some degree. I just look at it like this. as we are kind of squeezing, and maybe it's a three hump consolidation that will eventually break. Potentially could be the case, and we'll see if we get follow through to the upside, silver or not. Platinum up 2.7% today. We squeezed into this corner, did a breakout, kind of did this false slingshot back. We'll see if we slingshot higher. It looks like we're in the middle of that slingshot. And palladium, we're ready to break out here. We're basically breaking out of that. There it is. We could see a move higher. What we could potentially see. GDX down 0.9. That is just a small bloody nose. Small bloody nose. Small bloody nose. Higher, higher, higher. They're all the same thing. I look at SILJ, I'm looking at GDX, and I'm looking at GDXJ. It's all the same chart setup. They look good. XE to gold ratio, we got that bloody nose on that too, and we're above all this support, and I do think it will work its way on up. It might take some time. We might go sideways for a little bit before that occurs, and then we'll have to wait for silver and gold to kind of break out, potentially, and then the miners will perhaps move with it. Crude oil up 1.22%. I thought we were going to 30 bucks, guys. Where's all my oil bears at? Oh, that's right. You're probably going to be covering here either now or very soon. I would say a very important level to kind of break through. There's a big resistance through here. That's an important zone. Get above 82.50. This other important zone is about 75 bucks right ahead of us. That could be another one of this downtrend line. So that's kind of what we would like to break. We broke our first resistance here. And then a lot of people, they tell me, well, we're going to get this recession. Guys, if a recession's coming, this wouldn't be going like this. You wouldn't put a bullish engulfing here. You wouldn't put a bullish engulfing here. You wouldn't be breaking out of resistance to the upside at this exact moment. Now, if some event occurs, then yes, you are definitely going to be right. But right now, the bulls are lining this up, not the bears. So you can't use the narrative if blah blah blue blue, not what's happening. What I'll say. TTF gas down a little bit, 1.44%. Still in an uptrend for sure. Very much in an uptrend there. Natural gas in America just getting absolutely slammed today, down 8.3%. We are underneath resistance. Tapped our hand on that resistance there. Hold on back from resistance now. We have to see the buyer step in and basically reverse this back up if natural gas is going to go higher. Boy, XOP, yeah, you know me, up 0.56%. We are above support. That is a good thing. And we could dilly-dally around here before heading on higher. Obviously, this is a leveraged play of oil, so we need to see oil continue its march higher. And it doesn't mean that oil is just going to go up straight. You're going to get pullbacks and things are going to occur along the way. OIH up 1.12%. I wish these were big green candlesticks. They're just kind of still small-bodied candlesticks. This can still go in either direction. It really can. Newcastle coal futures still heading lower, down 2%. And we could be heading towards support at about 105 down there. Ground Physical Uranium Trust, small down day. Nothing to worry about. I told you guys about these bloody noses. I said we could see a small profit-taking day. What did we get today? A small profit-taking day of minus 0.35. Let's see what occurs next. And we could get a couple of small days. It doesn't have to go right immediately. And we get the big green candlestick there. And that's when it goes, booyah, here we run. So patience, guys. See what occurs. Uranium higher, the futures pricing coming back. So this could be a false breakdown. I've been seeing these false breakdowns everywhere. It just scares everybody out of the stock. If you don't have the balls, then you got to be a buyer here. You got to scale in as it comes down before the slingshot higher. So this has the possibility of slingshotting higher here for uranium. We've got URA also putting in the big bullish engulfing today on the weekly. But today, we're moving higher. On the weekly, it looks really good with this big bullish engulfing. That's generally a reversal pattern to higher. It doesn't mean it does it immediately. It might take some time as you move on up. So looks good. URNM also looking good. This is your bloody nose, your small down day, or this is above the candlesticks. Probably going to take off to the upside. It looks bullish. URNJ also doing that small little kind of up day or down day, that bloody nose is what I like to call it. We'll see if we can get some momentum tomorrow. Copper right at support, getting a little bit of buying pressure today. It's at support, underneath resistance, however you want to call it. You can also draw these trend lines differently. Like I could draw one from here, like this, going across. So don't be too concerned that it's underneath this trend line. Don't blow a gasket here. Just let's see what happens. And if we start to work our way on up, you can also draw maybe a little trend line there. It's only 2 points. It's not a real strong one, but somewhere in this region there, if we break through that, it's getting a little bit of momentum. TOPX up 1.25. It's still hanging out above a bunch of support. Iron ore up a little bit. Yesterday, a little bit of a selling pressure day, or I should say Friday. Sorry, Friday selling. But it's hanging in there. It still looks okay from a longer term perspective. Aluminum down 1.44, still within this channel. No update there. Nickel also selling off a teeny bit, and it's looking like it's hanging on, but man, it's like barely hanging on down here. We need to get some buying pressure for the big double bottom to work. Move up 0.5%. This thing had a gap lower on this dividend, ex-dividend date, but it looks good. We've got a nice, good bullish engulfing. Looks good to go higher. That looks good. Emerging markets up 0.93%. Weaker dollar, but stronger yields. Kind of a weird setup today, but just chopping sideways. KRE putting in a nice little bullish candlestick today. Maybe we can get some upside momentum. And working its way on up a little bit from a ludicrously low level. And again, guys, solar, I don't know. I'm not a solar guy. Some people came to my house, tried to sell me some solar panels, and I'm like, my electric bill is nothing, so I don't know. Not very interested in trying to save my 100th item of my costs in terms of my 100th. It's like one of my least expenses. Lithium, big bullish engulfing, looks good to go higher. Definitely something that this would be a good entry point. Stuff where you get these big bullish engulfings. REMX looking like it's trying to turn the corner. We'll see if we get some follow through here, but that also looks good. Baltic Dry Index up 3%, looking like it's trying to put in a bottom, which is always good. Starting to come out of this wedge to the upside. It's right here if you guys can't see it. XHB up 1.25%, but this still looks like monkeys and footballs. This is a broken out to the downside, looks pretty weak. Here, just to show you something, check this out. XHB and the S&P 500. Do you guys see any correlations there? Yeah, they're pretty correlated. XHB is just a on steroids S&P 500. Russell 2000 up a little bit today. Nice big bullish engulfing. Looks good to go higher, actually. I like the buying pressure today. We have a bullish piercing and then another bullish engulfing with not much selling pressure. I like the setup here. Looks good. The S&P 500, getting some buying pressure. Like I said, we didn't want to see this break below. That could be a new low. So it came off that bottom quite hot today. NASDAQ up, looking better. We did not create a new low. That's looking okay in the moment. SMCI up 11%, getting some buying pressure, and kind of looks like we're breaking out here. We could see a run in SMCI here in the short term. Looking good. Nvidia up 4.73%. We are clearing this entire resistance area here, so that looks really good actually. The setup here was buying pressure, and then this is your flag pattern. and the move higher. So it's still looking good. It's still holding on. Bitcoin still above support. Everything looks okay to move higher. We got Ethereum up 4.5%. That looks good too. We squeezed up into the corner here, and we are working our way on up. So it looks bullish. The bulls pulled this off this support zone and working its way on up. Micro strategy. We've got everyone jumping in. Go, Michael Saylor. Go, Michael Saylor. Here we are, 13.22%. Man, this thing was looking pretty bad. I mean, it still looks kind of bad. All that was the distribution through here. My Lord. And then the VIX was down about 10% today. It has been working its way down. Calming the heck. Calming the heck down. But that's what I've got for today, guys. So give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website. Special. We've got a question and answer session coming up 7 a.m. tomorrow, Mountain Time. I'll see you there. So catch you next time. Finding value.